Hi there, my CC Year 3 students and my algebra students. This is in case you wanted to rewatch our lesson for Monday, March 30th. I will do one video today for CC Year 3 and for algebra since it was very similar. So you have found this video on Canvas, and you can rewatch what we talked about today in class if that helps you, and welcome. So welcome to Zoom Online Learning. It's going to be new for all of us. Last week had some nerves about it, had thought I was going to do one thing, then I'm doing another, and I am going to do the best I can to help this be easy for you, simple, and not to be stressed at all. I want you just to learn some math and hopefully communicate to me when you're having some struggles, and we'll get you to understand things. During class, we are going to have a Zoom time, and I just want to remind you to please turn off your mic, except for when you're talking. Please be mindful of what we're seeing on your video. This is school, and you guys know certain things are expected, like being appropriate, dress code, and things of that nature. So just be mindful of what we're seeing. Some of you had your video off, and that's fine. I just hope you're there listening. Please be ready to listen and take notes, ask questions when needed, and you can do that by raising your hand. There's a raise your hand feature. That's probably the best way because I'm learning that I can always see if your hand raised, but the chat feature I might not always be able to see, even though Mr. Saylor or whoever my co-host is can see that. I really think the raise your hand feature will be best, so please use that when you need to. Today, almost everybody, I was so excited, was on our meeting times. So we'll keep those times consistent. So some of you, if you're in algebra, you'll have pre-work. CC Year 3 kids, you will not have pre-work. You will be with me to start, and then you'll have work after. We are only to give you an hour and a half, and I have a feeling most days it won't even take you that. But I will provide optional work that you're welcome to do if you want some more. And I think optional work is great because, next year you'll be back in school, and the things you learn here at the end of the year are still things you'll need for math class next year. So, do what you can. Do some extra work. Will be good for you. I was really impressed to see it look like everybody had a quiet space today, free from distraction. I love somebody was in their closet. If that's the best place you got, that's awesome. Closets have lots of light, and it keeps you confined from hearing other things. So find a quiet spot. If you need my help figuring that out, of course, you can email me. I might call you. I might email you back, and we can help you find a quiet spot. But I'm sure your parents can help you with that. Couple things just to remind you to be ready for math class on Mondays and Wednesdays. Make sure you're ready at least 10 minutes ahead of time, meaning everything's gathered and ready to go. And then for me, like 10 minutes before I Zoomed with you guys, I made sure I had my water, so I was ready in case I needed a drink of water. I made sure I had my stuff I needed right next to my desk. For you guys, make sure your iPad's charged. Earbuds would be great if there's other people talking around your house that might distract you. When your earbuds are in, you won't get distracted. I'd already have Canvas opened to your math course. So when we go to Canvas, which we will do, you can get there quickly for what you need. Paper, pencil, and if you have the math binder, great. You can just keep adding notes to it or whatever we do. Or we might find that you upload things onto your iPad for what we do here on Zoom and virtual learning. You might be putting a lot on your iPad instead of in your binder, and that's fine. So what if something happens and I miss class time, or today I accidentally kicked a student out who was there at the wrong time and then they couldn't get back in? Well, email me. Let me know that. I will post a live presentation, which I'm working on the one for today right now. It's going to be up there by 3 o'clock. So if you're watching this, thank you for going there, and everything you need will be on Canvas, and it will be lesson plans first and then any material you need under the lesson plans. And I'll show that in just a second. What should I do when I'm doing work on my own? Because a piece of this will be on your own and you don't understand the content. Well, if it's a video, watch it the second time. If you need to, read the directions again, say something out loud, check in your binder, Can I Google something? Is there something on Canvas that can help me? But don't give up. Try to figure it out. Don't be like, oh, I don't know, and walk away. Give it a couple minutes. This is going to help you become a self-directed learner and learn how to figure things out for yourself. If you haven't already become that learner, which many of you are very good self-directed learners. Second thing here is reach out to a classmate. Form a virtual study group. Maybe you guys meet after our Zoom. Maybe you meet at 3 o'clock every Monday and Wednesday to just, hey, does anyone have questions about our math? If not, you can just hang out and talk for a bit. It's a good way to see your friends and just, review the math. 2 minds are better than 1. If you need to, ask a family member. They'll help you out. Or you can email me. I had already a couple emails today and I helped a couple people out. So I am here to help. And I will have office hours on a Friday from 12 to 2 p.m. I will let you know what time I'm offering specific Zoom hours for CC Year 3 and Algebra. And what I plan to do is if you don't have questions, we'll do more examples of the concepts for the week. So this week, CC Year 3 was focused on Equal Values Method, EVM. So that's what Friday office hours will focus on if you come. And for algebra, we're talking about graphing linear inequalities. And so if you come Friday to my office hours, we will be doing a couple examples of that or taking your questions. All right, everyone is in this together and we will all make mistakes and grow as learners. I'm already growing as a virtual learner. And yes, I made a major mistake yesterday. Mr. Titzel can attest that I didn't know I had to save something 2 different places and an hour's worth of work was gone. And yeah, I was frustrated and yeah, I got a bit upset, but I worked through it and redid it and it's okay. It was just a little bit of time and I got through it. So just know you might do that as well. And that's okay. We'll work this out together. So right now I'm going to go to Canvas and just give you a preview. I'm going to go to my Canvas for CC Year 3. There we go. I think you can see this. And here is your lesson plans for the week. Here are the worksheets and the video you will need. This Quizlet is optional, but there are the lesson plans and then everything's on underneath that you will need. If something's not there, you can always email me to say, hey, I don't think you put it up there, but hopefully I won't mess up. The other thing I want to show you guys is on the calendar, I have the Zoom times on Canvas. So if anytime you need to know what's the Zoom times, they are there on Canvas. All right. And now I'm going to go to CC Year 3's content, which was on equal values. So if you are in algebra, you might want to skip over this part, and that's fine. Here was our problem from class. It involves 2 equations involving cost, which is Y, and X, which is hours for renting a kayak. So using the equal values method, we would set up 25x plus 250 equals 50x plus 150. We would isolate the x variable, solve for x, and eventually here, I got to move this, you would get x equals 4. So that is our first review problem for the equal values method. And then as you can see, we did some highlighting here in class. I'm going to move this up a little bit because we have Sandy who's on exchange in Australia. She wants to keep in touch with her friends and is considering 2 different phone plans. There's Diamond Dial Company that charges a monthly fee of $40 plus 50 cents per minute. That's where this first equation comes from. There's Sound Phone Company that charges $85.20 per minute, and X does represent the number of minutes, which we're trying to find out. Here we set up a equation using the equal values method, and we eventually got X equals 150 minutes. And then over here found that gives us, if I'm remembering correctly, that gives us $115 if you substitute that 150 into both equations, and we definitely found that our point of intersection, or where they will have the same fee with the same amount of minutes, would be, 150 minutes. And I just realized I wrote the wrong thing. And $115 would work in both. All right, so that concludes the CC Year 3. You may exit out if you're CC Year 3, or no, I'm picking up the algebra talk right now. So in algebra class, we graphed two linear inequalities. We were doing this before we left. So we took this equation here, 2y minus 4x is greater than 10. We isolated the y variable to put it in y is greater than 2x plus 5. We realized that the line should be dashed because 0, 5 is less than 5, and that is not true. 5 is not less than 5, so my line, as you can see here, is dashed. We tested 0, 0 below the line, and we got 0 is greater than 10, so the points below this inequality don't make the inequality true, but any of the points above would, because y is greater than, as the video told you, 2x plus 5. Or if I put in values, those coordinates, I can definitely see any coordinate above this line will make my inequality true. Hence why I shaded above the line. And a quick recap of example 2. Here we had negative y is greater than or equal to x plus 2. To make y positive, you could either multiply, but I decided to divide by -1. To get y is, and flip the inequality symbol. I'll say that again. Flip the inequality symbol, please. Because we divided by a negative and we got a negative x minus 2. It's a solid line because any point on the line makes that inequality true because it's less than or equal to. And if you test, let's test something below the line. I think we tested 0, -4. So let's test 0, -4, and I'll just show you the math here before we finish this. You get -4 is less than or equal to 0 minus 2. And we get -4 is, sorry, this is not the easiest. I need my slate, but I put it away. -4 is less than, which is true, not equal to, but less than -2. And that's why we shaded below this line. So thanks for tuning in, and check out the lesson plans on Canvas to see if there's anything else you need to do. Bye-bye. Thanks.